Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Jenna. I film a lot of productivity, lifestyle, bullet journal videos and vlogs, so if you want to hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So if you follow Archer and Olive on Instagram or if you're in their Facebook group, you know that they restocked on their mystery bundles last week, and if you were lucky enough to get one, I was lucky enough to get one. In case you don't know what the mystery bundle is, this is according to their website. It says each mystery bundle will contain at least 2 Archer and Olive notebooks, and one is guaranteed to be a dotted A5 notebook. Other items will be sent out, can be any item listed on the website, and they will be valued at over $90, and you pay $59 for that. So I think paying $59 for something that's valued at over $90 is, first of all, really awesome, and I think there's something really fun about mystery boxes too, because you don't know what you're gonna get, but you know you have an idea of what's guaranteed. And so I want to show you guys everything that I got in my mystery box, and then I don't know about you, but I definitely have multiple notebooks now. I think that sometimes you don't know what to do with all of them, and especially with a company like Archer and Olive, who is consistently bringing out new products. Like, we have mystery bundles. Next week, Archer and Olive is releasing an exclusive Valentine's Day box, and then in March we get the subscription box unboxings. So you might not know what to do with all of these notebooks, but I want to show you guys what I got, and then I want to give you some ideas on what you can do with everything. Okay, so here's everything that came in my mystery bundle. First off, let's start with the markers. So we got the 0.7mm tip warm fall collection acrylograph markers, and if you guys watched my subscription box unboxing, or if you've just been watching my videos in general, you know that I already have the acrylograph markers. I have the jewel tones that my best friend Lisa got me for my birthday. Her name is Bujo with Lisa on Instagram, so you should definitely go follow her. And the subscription box also came with a small bundle of acrylograph markers, so I've already had the chance to play with the acrylograph markers, and I think that they're so amazing. They're completely opaque paint pens, and you can draw over them with your drawing pens. So this is what the warm collection looks like. It's so pretty. I'll show you guys swatches too, but I think that these colors are so fun, especially for Valentine's Day coming up. I'm definitely feeling very inspired to make a whole warm tone pinks and purples and reds theme for my February bullet journal. Really excited to use the warm fall collection, and especially the 0.7mm tip. I think that these are really amazing markers, and I can't wait to use them. I was really hoping that I was going to get the warm or the cool fall collection, and I'm really happy that they just heard what I wanted and I got these. And then for my 2 notebooks that I got in my mystery box, I got one traveler size and one A5 size. Like I said before, every single mystery box will come with an A5 journal, so this is the one that I got. It's just a regular linen dot grid notebook, 160 pages, and there's no foiling on the cover, which is completely okay. I was hoping that there would be one because I saw on the Facebook group that some people were getting really amazing designs, but that's okay too. It's still an amazing notebook, and this is actually the same color as one of my dot grid notebooks that I used, I think 3 notebooks ago. I used the one with like the constellation on it. So yeah, this is the A5 notebook. And then lastly, for the mystery box, I got a traveler notebook, and I'm actually really excited because I know that this is one of the newer products that Archer and Olive released. The traveler's notebook is 4.33 inches wide and 8.25 inches tall. So, and there's 144 pages, and mine is the one with the vintage bee on it. Fun fact, the very first Archer and Olive journal that I ever got, my boyfriend Thomas got me, and he actually got me the A5 version of this exact notebook design. So I think it's really cool that I was able to get the same design in my traveler's notebook for the mystery box, but I think this will be really cool. I think that this is actually the perfect size notebook to travel with, hence traveler's notebook. But I think this is the perfect size to just throw in your purse or your backpack, and especially for lists too. So if you like to write your grocery lists or any other sort of list in a notebook, then this is the perfect size to just throw in your purse. I want to tell you guys the total value of what I got. A5 notebook, the traveler notebook, and the acrylograph markers total out to $98. So I think that paying $59 for a value of nearly $100 is so good. You're basically getting 40% off for all of these amazing full-size products. And like I said, there's just something fun about the mystery aspect. I just have no idea what you're gonna get. So yeah, that's everything that I got in my mystery bundle. Next for this video, I want to give you guys some ideas of what you can do with multiple notebooks, because now with my mystery bundle, and I really want the Valentine's Day box, and I'm already subscribed to the subscription box, I know that I'm going to be having a lot more notebooks in the future, and having too many notebooks is not possible. You can always find a purpose for a notebook, especially one as amazing as one from Archer and Olive. So I want to give you guys some ideas of how you can make the most of your multiple notebooks if you're not bullet journaling. I know that most people in the Archer and Olive community probably use these dot grid notebooks to have a bullet journal, and for me, I like my bullet journal to be a mixture of my personal planner and just my own personal memoir, I guess. I like to to put journal prompts and photos for memories. I'll show you guys a couple of pages from my personal bullet journal, and that's kind of like my main notebook that I use. I use the notebook that I got in the subscription box, which is an exclusive notebook. So in terms of other ideas on what to do with multiple notebooks, so I already talked about the traveler's notebook. It's mainly for lists or things that you want to just randomly jot down and throw that notebook in your purse. I think that the traveler's notebook is perfect for that. And then there's also the B5 size, which is basically a larger version of the A5. And if you like to plan out your life in your bullet journal and your dot grid notebook and you want more room to do that, then I would suggest getting the B5 size because you have so much more space. You know, my best friend Katherine, she loves having the B5 size. You can basically fit an entire calendar layout on one side of the notebook, because I know for me, if I try doing that in my A5, it kind of gets a little too small. So I like to make my monthly spreads a whole entire 2 pages. So if you like having a calendar on 1 page, I would definitely suggest the B5 size. And lastly, I wanted to talk about things that you can do with your Neapolitan journal, because I know that that's a whole different monster. The Neapolitan journal from Archer and Olive has a mixture of white paper, blackout paper, and craft paper all in one notebook, and it's like sectioned off to have a certain number of pages of each with each color. So I know that maybe you don't know what to do with that, but I think that overall, if you have more than one habit that you would like to track, I think one way that you can use your Neapolitan journal is sectioning off different habits. So if you're a plant mom and you love cooking, then maybe all of the white pages in your Neapolitan notebook can be dedicated to cooking, and maybe all of the craft pages can be dedicated just to your plants. So I think that a really good way to see Neapolitan journals as basically like a binder, so you can section off different things that you want to track and use the most of all of those pages, but you can see the different types of paper as different sections of a notebook to track multiple things. I actually don't have a Neapolitan notebook, so I can't really show you guys what I mean, but I hope that that makes sense. And then basically for the regular A5 size, if you're getting any of these mystery bundles or the Valentine's Day box or the subscription box, or if you're just looking on Archer and Olive's website and they just released a new design that you fell in love with and you need to get, here are some ideas of what you can do with multiple notebooks. I think one really good idea for multiple notebooks is to just think about what habits that you like to track. So having a whole entire notebook dedicated to your favorite habits. So if you're a big plant mom and you love plants, then I think having a separate journal for plants where you can document your type of plant and how it's doing each week. Maybe you can take photos of your plants and just keep a whole different plant journal / notebook. I think that would be really cool. You can have a whole separate notebook for your health and fitness. I know that I like to have my fitness spreads within my bullet journal, but if you want to have a separate notebook completely on your fitness journey, then you can do that too, where you can input all of the workouts that you've been doing. You can even rate those workouts and track your favorite ones. Another habit you can track if you love cooking is you can have a whole entire notebook dedicated to food and recipes. So you can write down all the favorite recipes that you've been doing. You can even journal how you liked it afterwards and if you would do it again, and in the moment maybe something you would change next time. So I think having a recipe journal would be really cool. For those of you who are very interested in budgeting and expenses, I think it would be really beneficial to have a second notebook just on your budgeting for the month and just tracking all of your expenses that way. I know that when I try to I don't make budget spreads in my bullet journal because I just don't have room for it and it would look really messy. So I think if I had a separate journal just for my budget and expenses, then that would be really helpful too. If you're just a full-on arts and crafts person, I think having a separate swatch journal would be really cool too. And for washi tape swatches would be really cool. So then whatever you're making in the moment, you can just revert back to your swatch journal, and then you can see what color you want to use, what would go together. Maybe you can do different color palettes in your swatch notebook. That would be really cool too. What else? Another idea I have is having a media journal. So if you're somebody that really loves movies and shows and music, I think having a separate journal just for all of that, where each month you can track all of the media that you've been consuming and how you like that, and maybe what's beneficial to you and maybe stuff that you wouldn't recommend to other people. Having a media journal would be really cool too. Another idea that I have for a notebook is just thinking about all of the people that you care about and having an intentions journal. So dedicate a certain number of pages or a page to your best friend or your mom or dad or your significant other, and you just write their name out, write out your intentions with them and how you're going to focus on them this year. I think that having a whole entire intentions journal and just people journal is a really great way for you to reflect and think about the kind of friend or daughter or significant other that you are, and just having a place to journal everything out and just write all of your intentions down is something that I think could go a really long way with your friendships too. Overall, you really just want to think of multiple notebooks as things that you would like to track that you care about. So I know that for me, my bullet journal is my personal planner, and I like to practice my lettering in it too and have a bunch of quote pages. But the beauty of having multiple notebooks is that you're able to separate all of those habits out and track different things all at once, because having everything in one place is just an easier way to reflect on want it at the end of the year or when the notebook is done. So if you want a good excuse to get things from Archer and Olive, then I think that that's a really good one. Archer and Olive in the end has so many notebooks, and it's not just for you to purchase their products, but also, you know, you want to think of how their products can resonate with you and make your life better. Okay, so those are all of my ideas of what you can do with multiple notebooks. Let me know in the comments below if you have other ideas or if you serve your separate notebooks for different purposes too. I'd love to get more ideas and inspiration of what you guys use with your multiple notebooks. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure you're subscribed. I will see you guys in my next video, but until then, I miss you already.